Hi guys. This beautiful, beautiful human next to me, her name is Beans. That's just her real name. She was born with that name. She's amazing. I'm going to get to her in a second. However, I just wanted to let you guys know that we're doing a very special little video today. I have got a little intro video that you will see beforehand, all about what we're doing, but it's called What I Wish I Knew. So this is targeted towards teenagers, preteens, anyone really who has access to the internet that would like to hear a little bit of advice from females and males that have been through what they have been through. I think that's the whole idea behind it. I know that when I was a teenager, I really wished that I had someone like a kind of like a role model that I could really relate to, that would give me a little bit of advice that wasn't my mum. So, because Lord knows we don't listen to our mothers. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. Today's little video is going to be about body image, which is great because it's a buzzword, right?
Very much.
Body.
Very
Everyone's
much so.
talking about body image. So
and self-love.
And self-love and positive body image, and yeah, just like really caring for yourself and appreciating what you look like and what your body is capable of. And that's, yeah, I guess that's what body image is. So I've got a couple of questions. In the meantime, please introduce yourself, Beans.
So my real name is Sabine, but everyone knows me as Beans. I am the founder of Core Confidence, which runs body esteem prevention programs for teenagers in schools. I am also a speaker, so I speak about my experience with my eating disorder and body image concerns to really help raise awareness and advocate for the early intervention of eating disorders. I'm also a physiotherapist in my day job.
Just because she doesn't have enough to do.
And that's not me. I love this stuff. I love body image. It's my jam. So I'm so excited to be here and talking to Darielle about it.
Yes. Oh yes, I'm Darielle. I love this. I'm Darielle from the Wanderlust stage. And I am also very excited to be talking about this. I have had a lot of fun experience with body image growing up and even now as an adult. I'm sure you will find that a lot of adults that you talk to have had a positive and a negative relationship with their body as they grow, and even as you get older, you might still have negative thoughts about yourself, and it's totally normal and it's totally okay, but we're going to talk a little bit about our experience when we were younger. So, Beans,
Yeah.
what was your experience like in relation to body image when you were younger, when you were going through school years?
Yeah, so actually during my school years I was quite confident.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it was never really a huge issue for me. It wasn't a big focus. I was really sporty during school, and I think that really helped. Like the focus for me was on what my body did and not really what it looked like.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Of course, there was those times, you know, I did get called Thunder Thighs.
Oh my gosh, I had that same nickname.
Yeah, oh my gosh, how rude is that?
It's
Like,
so
how
rude, but then
mean.
I was kind of thinking like this could be a cool nickname, like if I was in a cool band and I was called Thunder.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, definitely there were those times. You know, I didn't like wearing strapless tops because I was really conscious of my broad shoulders from like swimming. So there were those little things, but it wasn't really until I started uni that the body image really kind of took over, and that's when my eating disorder developed. So throughout school, though, it wasn't the biggest of issues.
Okay, that's so good.
Yeah.
And I think it was different back then when, I mean, we're a little bit older, just a little bit. When we were going through school, yes, body image was, you know, something that people spoke about and something that people were conscious of. However, it wasn't as big, I think, as it is now. So I was even the same. So in school, I got teased a lot for my size. Like I was always a little bit bigger, and I was totally okay with it though. Like I felt super confident in my body. I was also a swimmer, so I had like big thighs because I was a breaststroker.
Yeah.
I had my big shoulders, and I was actually just super comfortable with them. And it wasn't until I started a new school, a boy also gave me the nickname Thunder Thighs. I got actually the worst nickname that I ever got was Hippo, and I laugh at it now, but like in school it was horrible.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think when I was in school, it was something that I was able to shut down, luckily. It was something that I felt like I had thick enough skin. However, when we were younger, we wouldn't then go home and scroll through social media and see comments about the way that we looked, or compare ourselves to other people and what they look like. So I guess there is a little bit of a difference in generation.
Definitely. And I think it's really interesting to note that for both of us, the change kind of occurred during a transitional period. For you, starting a new school. For me, it was starting university, which meant moving to Perth. So I went to school in the country. And that's really common, that those kind of issues start up during transitional phases where you've kind of removed from your normal environment, your normal social space.
You're uncomfortable.
Exactly. And you're starting to question, who you are. You're surrounded by people who might maybe have slightly different values and you want to fit in with them. That's very much my case.
Yeah.
And that's where these things can start to like really boil up.
Yeah. So I think in regards to like an environment that could have brought this on. So you're saying that you were uncomfortable, you were in a transitionary phase in your life.
Yep.
Were there any specific things or like situations that happened that really triggered you to feel, uncomfortable in your body in the way that it looked?
Yeah. So it was a relationship. So it was a relationship, and
girls, this is quite common.
And it's nothing like, even now, it's nothing against him personally. It was just that the social situation that he was in, I had never experienced before, and it was very different to my own. The values of image and the way that you look and your size was really emphasized and important, and I'd never kind of experienced that before.
Yeah.
So I was thrown into this space, and all of a sudden felt like I needed to look differently, I needed to lose weight, I needed to fit in. Not that anyone told me that or made me think that, this is just what was going on in my head. But that's what happens when we're surrounded by people who have those values. Then we start to, the values, we like, what am I trying to say?
Adopt them.
Adopt them, that's the word. Yeah, exactly. We adopt their values.
Yeah, and the people that you, like, that's such a good point though, because the people that you surround yourself with generally have a larger impact on the way that you feel, the way that you feel about them, and then also the way that you feel about yourself. Because I know when I was in school, like certain groups of friends that I would hang around sometimes made me feel super self-conscious, and it wasn't necessarily, I'm not putting all responsibility on them.
Definitely not.
But they were super self-conscious. Like they would constantly, like in the bathroom mirrors, look at themselves and pick out things that they didn't like about their body, or they would be trying something on in the shops and saying like, oh my gosh, my butt looks so fat in this, or whatever, and then it kind of rubs off onto you because you're in that environment as well, and then you're like, oh well, if her butt's really big in that skirt, maybe my butt looks really big in these pants. And no one really teaches you how to deal with that.
100%.
That's not something that we learn in school. Teachers don't teach us how to be confident in a situation where you're feeling insecure. So it's sometimes nice to get, I guess, advice from others and mentors, which is cool. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think another thing moving forward, if you were giving yourself advice, so yourself that was going through your really tough time with an eating disorder and not really loving your appearance, what advice would you give your younger self?
There's a couple of things. The first one is that beauty isn't one image, and beauty isn't what you see on the outside. Beauty comes in all different shapes, all different sizes, all different colors, all different abilities, and it's actually on the inside that matters, what's on the inside. And that gets thrown around a lot, and it's a bit of a cliche, but if you can start to value, and I wish that I had known this, if I had valued my body for what it did and the amazing things that it helped me achieve, I probably wouldn't have gone down the path that I did. So that kind of ties in with the big thing that I believe in, which is teaching people to appreciate their worth beyond their image. So start to look at the things that you are bringing into this world that's not related to the way that you look at all. And once you start to see that in other people, you start to see that in yourself as well.
That's so good.
What would you give? What advice would you give?
Oh my gosh, I would give myself so much advice. I think the number one thing would be, I 100% agree with you, is focus on the things that you bring to the table that have nothing to do with the way that you look, or how on fleek your eyebrows are, or how perfect your hair color is, or whatever that might be. And then I also think focus a little bit more on the things that you do like about yourself as well. So, I mean, I know we can all pick out things about our bodies that we don't love, but then focusing on, like, when you're looking in the mirror, focusing on things that you like actually appreciate about yourself, and trying to spin it in a positive light. So sometimes when I was younger, I'd look in the mirror and think, oh, my thighs were really big in pants, and I would feel a little bit uncomfortable with that. I wish my older self would have just told me, excuse me, your thighs are strong. It's what makes you an amazing swimmer, and that's really the aspect that you need to be focusing on, what your body is capable of and why it is built the way that it's built.
Exactly, and we're all so different.
Yeah.
We cannot, even if we all ate exactly the same and did the exact same exercise regime, we would still look completely different.
We have different body structures, different bones, different muscle makeups. Like, everyone is 100% different.
And
I
that's
love
what
that.
makes us amazing.
100%. Oh, I love that. And I think, the one, like, really big statement, I guess, to take away from this is people will not remember you for the way that you looked. They will not remember you for how big your boobs are, how perfect your butt is, how amazing you look in a dress. They're going to remember you for the amazing person that you are and how you make other people feel. So if we can focus more on that side of things, I guess that's problem solved.
Done.
Yes. Okay, so stay tuned. We will be doing a lot more of these videos. We will have a lot more special guests. Thank you, Beans, for coming
pleasure.
along.
Thank you for having me.
And we will, be doing more of these. I hope you guys are having a lovely day.
Bye.
Bye.